Hi, welcome to my video on synthetic division part 2. Find quotient and remainder using synthetic division. Instead of dividing by the long method, let's use synthetic division. This is x plus 2. We put a minus 2 here, and we go 1, negative 3, and negative 13. Notice this x squared, x is in descending order. And you draw a line, bring down your 1, multiply, negative 2, add, negative 5, multiply, 10, add, negative 3. And again, we're dividing by x minus 3, so we do the opposite, which is 3. And it's x cubed, x squared, x constant, so it's 2 plus 4 minus 27 and a 2. Draw a line, bring down your 2, multiply, 6, add, 10, multiply, 30, add, 3, multiply, 9, add, 11. And a bit of practice, if you wish, if you know what you're doing. Pause your video and see if you can get the answers to the two of these. Again, synthetic division instead of the long way. Synthetic division is just faster way to divide a binomial fast without going through all the. So you do the opposite of a minus 1, x minus 1, which is a plus 1, and is in descending order 2, 1 constants. So it's a 1, 4, negative 6. Draw a line, bring down your 1, multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, add is 5. 1 times 5 is 5, add is negative 1. And again, we're dividing by x plus 1, so the opposite is negative 1. And make sure it's in descending order. 3, 2, 1 constant, so it's a 1, negative 6, negative 1, 1. 1, negative 6, negative 1, 1. Draw a line, bring down your 1, multiply, negative 1, add, negative 7, multiply, 7, add, 6, multiply, negative 1 times 6 is negative 6, add is a negative 5. So, let's continue. That's, if you know how to do your synthetic division, dividing by binomial. Well, here's why we're doing this, because later on in the next series of videos, we're going to need to do synthetic division. This is a fast way to divide. You'll see that as I go on with my videos. Now, in this one, for each state, the polynomial, divisor, quotient, and remainder. So, the polynomial in this is, I'm going to call it the p of x. The polynomial is the 1, 5, and 7. So that's, notice that's a constant, that's the x, and that's the x squared. So this is x squared plus 5x plus 6. I always start with the term on the right and go the other way. Constant, x to the 1, x squared, and that way I don't get mixed up. And your divisor is, let's say, the d of x, your divisor, that's a minus 1, so it's an x plus 1. And your q of x, I will call the quotient. The quotient is right here, and that's, again, if you think about it, well, let's do the remainder first, the r of x. So this is the remainder right here, so the remainder is 2. That means you have, this is constant, and that's x, so this is 1x plus 4. Notice this is a constant, this is x squared. When you divide by x, then notice that this is 1 degree down, so if that's x squared, this must be an x, and this must be your constant. And that's what happens all the time. So when you divide x into whatever this power is, this power here is 1 less than what this is. And here we go again. Polynomial is 2, negative 9, 7, negative 11. So that's a constant, x squared, x cubed. So it's 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 7x minus 11. And your divisor is, that's a 4, so it's an x minus 4. And your q of x is, notice this is, again, constant, x squared, x cubed. So this one is 1 less. So this must be x squared, x, and your constant. So your quotient is 2x squared minus x plus 3. Again, that's an x cubed. So this must be an x squared, x constant. And your remainder, your r of x, you can call it capital R or small r, remainder is 1. And notice when you're dividing by x, your last term, number here, is your remainder. Your remainder has no x when you're doing, this is an x plus 1. So when you divide, you end up with a constant on the end. And in this one, p of x, and again, this is your constant. This is x squared, x cubed, x to the 4th. So I do that so it won't get mixed up. So 4x to the 4th plus 13x cubed minus 2x squared minus 16x plus 5. And your quotient, the q of x, is what you're dividing by. So this is, that's a minus 3, so it's an x plus 3. And, that's your divisor, my mistake. I've gone ahead of myself. This is the polynomial. This is your divisor. So your quotient is the answer. Again, that's x to the 4th. So this is x cubed, x squared, x constant. So your quotient is this answer here, is 4x cubed plus x minus plus x squared plus or subtract 5x, gotta be careful, minus 1. So again, this is x to the 4th, this is an x cubed. So 4x cubed plus x squared minus 5x minus 1. And your remainder, r of x, is the 8. So just be careful. And in this one, we have the polynomial is, this is a constant, that's x, and that's x squared. So it's a 3x squared minus x minus 10. And your divisor is what you're dividing by, that's a 2. So this is an x minus 2. And your quotient is the answer to the division. So this is x cubed, so this is x squared and a constant, so it's 3x plus 5. And the remainder is what's on the end. The last one right here is 0. So notice this is your remainder. Notice this is your remainder. I'm going to call it r for short. That's 1. That's your remainder. So that's your remainder. Then this is your constant and your term as you go this way. Okay, let's continue. Again, we're going to need synthetic division to help us find the roots of equations, etc., etc., etc. Very important to know how to do synthetic division. Instead of doing, know how to do the long division as a backup, but synthetic division is fast. Now we're given the p of x and the d of x in each of these questions. So we got to find the quotient. So the quotient, we're going to do, instead of doing long division, I'm going to change the divisor, change it to a 1. And this is square x, so these are right. So this is the 1, negative 8, negative 2. Draw a line, bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1, add is negative 7. Multiply, negative 7, add, we have negative 9. So our quotient, the q of x, is, and a remainder, r of x. So let's do the remainder first, negative 9. So this is your constant, and this is, that's constant, this is x, so there's 1x, which is x minus 7. Again, think of it. This is constant. This is an x. This is an x squared. So therefore, the answer, this is 1 degree less. That's an x squared there. So this is an x, and that's your constant. Perfect. And we have to do this one. That's an x plus 3. So we divide by x, or sorry, minus 3, not an x, just a minus 3. And 3, 2, 1, 0. So it's a 1, 2, negative 5, negative 6. 1, 2, negative 5, negative 6. Draw a line. Bring down your 1. Multiply. Negative 3. Add. Negative 1. Multiply. 3. Add. Negative 2. Multiply. We get 6. Add. We get a 0. So the q of x and the r of x. And so the constant, sorry, the remainder is 0. Remainder is this number right here. Again, think about it. That's your remainder. And then that's your remainder right there. Then this is, again, think about it. You have an x cubed. So this is constant. That's the x. That's the x squared. That's the x cubed. So, sorry, x cubed. So that's x cubed. This is 1 less. This is x squared. And this is x, and that's your constant. So you have 1x squared minus x minus 2 as your quotient. So if you did the long division of x plus 3 divided into this polynomial here, cubic polynomial, then you would have this quotient and this remainder. Now, we're going to divide this one, so we got a negative 2 opposite. And notice, this is not in descending order, so the highest power is x to the 4. The next one, which is not there, is x 0x cubed. X squared is not there, so it's 0x squared. X is there, so it's a negative 28x and a plus 7. Now that I have them in descending order, all filled in, which is what you have to do. So you got x to the 4th, there's a 1. You got a 0 and a 0. You got a negative 28. And you have a 7. Got to put it in descending order, and what's missing, fill it in with a 0. Now to bring down your 1, multiply, negative 2, add, negative 2, multiply, 4, add, 4, multiply, negative 8, add, negative 36, multiply, positive 72, add 79, and your q of x and your r of x. Your remainder is right here. Remainder is 79, and notice this is x to the 4th, so this must be, again, think about it, that's your constant, that's your x squared, that's your x cubed, that's your x to the 4. So this must be x cubed. This is x squared. This is x. And that's your constant. And one more to do on this page. So we got to make sure it's in descending order. So no, even my divisor is not in descending order. So I got to put the x first and the negative 3 second. Notice I didn't change the sign. I didn't cross the equal sign. So this is a positive x, that's a negative 3. I have to put this one in descending order. The highest power is 3, so it's 4x cubed. There's no x squared. There's an x minus 11x plus 8. So when I do the synthetic division here, I have 3, which is the opposite, and I have a 4, 0, negative 11, 8. So 4, 0, negative 11, 8. Draw a line, bring down your 4, multiply, you get a 12. Add, you get a 12. Multiply, 36. Add, you get 25. Multiply, 75. Add, you get 83. So your q of x and your r of x, r is your remainder, so remainder is right on the end there. Remainder is 83. Notice this is, oh, I said x cubed. Look, just notice that's an x cubed there, x squared. So this is constant x, x squared, x cubed. Then this must be x squared. That must be x, it must be the constant. So the quotient is 4x squared plus 12x plus 25. So it's practice in doing the synthetic division. Short way of dividing a binomial into any polynomial. Okay, and this is the last page. Find the quotient and the remainder and using synthetic division, and check that the p of x equals the d of x times the q of x plus the r of x. So let's do the synthetic division. We have a plus 1, so let's make it a minus 1 into descending order x squared x perfect 1, negative 6, negative 3. Draw a line, bring down your 1, multiply, negative 1, add, negative 7, multiply, 7, add is 4. So based on that, we have that this is our p of x, this is the d of x, and so the q of x is, that's a constant, so that's an x minus 7, and the remainder r of x is the 4. So we're going to check that the p of x is equal to the d of x times the q of x plus the r of x. So the p of x, which is x squared plus minus 6x minus 3, and the d of x is x plus 1. The q of x is x minus 7, and the remainder is 4. So let's multiply the right side, see if we get this. So x times x is x squared in the fast way. Multiply these two, which is x squared. Outside is negative 7x, inside is 1x, so that's a minus 6x. 1 times negative 7 is negative 7, add on 4. So it's x squared minus 6x minus 3. So that's just checking. We did the synthetic division, we multiplied it back, and everything worked. And right here, this is the p of x, right here. This is the d of x, right here. And we're going to do the synthetic division to check it out. So to do the synthetic division, we have an x minus 1, so that's a 1 going in. And it's x cubed, x squared, x constant, so it's a 6, 1, 4, negative 1. Draw a line and bring down the 6. 1 times 6 is 6. Add, you get a 7. 1 times 7 is 7. Add, you get 11. 1 times 11 is 11. Add, you get a 10. So based on that, we have the q of x and we have the r of x. So the remainder is right here. That's the remainder right there, which is 10. And again, this is constant, x squared, x cubed. So this is x cubed. Better put that cube there. So this is x squared. This is x, that's a constant. So the quotient is 6x squared plus 7x plus 11. So now we want to check it. Check that the p of x is equal to the p of x is equal to d of x, which is the divisor, times the quotient, q of x, plus the remainder, r of x. And so the polynomial starting off was 6x cubed plus x squared plus 4x minus 1. So let's put the divisor in, which is x minus 1, and the q of x is 6x plus 7x plus 11, and we're going to add on the r of x, which is add on 10. So according to PEMDAS, we'll multiply this out first, and here we go. So we multiply x by these three. So x times 6x squared, 6x cubed. X times 7x is 7x squared. X times 11, 11x. Now we take the negative 1 and multiply by these three. Negative 1 times 6x, negative 6x. Sorry, negative 1 times 6x squared, negative 6x. Negative 1 times 7x, negative 7x. Negative 1 times 11, negative 11. Add on 10. And now we have to add these. So the hot descending order, 6x cubed. We got a square here and a square here, so that gives us 7 and negative 6 is 1. We have x 11 and 7 is a 4x. Negative 11 plus 10 is negative 1. And they're identical, so my division, synthetic division, to give me this quotient, and this remainder is true. So that's just checking, again, the synthetic division that you're going to need to continue to make the next series of videos easier to do. And if you like my video, click the like button, click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information for me, my videos, and the content. That's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.